Okay, so after completely enveloping myself in that emotional scene,
It's very good.
Yeah, very
Thank you,
good.
Mike. That was very good. Okay, thank you for that. Rayne, I think you can take it from here.
In the meantime, while that has been going on, um, Rayne will be leaving an armory with
Okay?
like another gun in her
Okay.
hand,
Okay.
and she has an earpiece in her ear, and she'll swing by the uh the med bay area,
Okay.
and out of character, who's the doctor there?
Sohan, I think, is the name. Dr. Sohan. It's
Yeah,
a Solarian. Solarian.
Dr. Sohan.
Yes, Miss Rayne. What can I do for you? She says.
She's going to hold out her hand and say, I know we haven't really officially introduced, but I hope with our combined efforts we can save a lot of lives today.
Okay.
And she's holding out her hand for a shake.
She holds out her hand and she gives a shake as well. I heard that many of you are out to out on some very critical missions before the Reapers attack.
Yes, a lot of things are going to ride on this. And very briefly, whenever they're shaking each other's hands, she's going to uh, mind meld the other person and instill a lot of images in her head and say, "You understand, right?"
And these are images are what you're about to do?
Yes.
Okay.
And it's very clear.
Yes. I understand.
Just
She
do,
seems uneased by it, obviously, because it's a pretty much a crazy plan, but she says she understands. So,
it's very important, she says. Just do what you can. And with
okay.
that, she's going to turn on her heel, and then she's going to start heading up to Tibbs's office, and at the same time pressing the call button on the
Okay.
earpiece.
Okay, you press the call button. And
And
then
she's going to get into contact with the Illusive Man.
Rayne, the Illusive Man, picks up. How are things in order? Do you have the pieces that we need? We're very anxious.
Yes, Edie's set on autopilot to bring them straight to you once I've finished my mission here. Do you have
Yeah.
confirmation on the target?
Yes, he says, absolutely. As soon as the sooner we can get those pieces, the better, and all of this can finally be over. You will officially have saved the entire galaxy. All of your work will finally come to fruition.
Yes. It's gonna be good to finally put this act to an end. I gotta say, keeping up with these people has been a tiresome endeavor.
Well, he says, I definitely am very excited to see this entire thing come to an end, finally, the Illusive Man says.
And when he says that, she's going to open the door to Tibbs's office with him hopefully in there.
Tibbs is in his office. He's sort of poring through a bunch of papers, and he looks up and he sees you, and he gives you a smile when he sees you.
So, I take it that there's not a good chance for us to get an encrypted message out, is there?
It'd be very risky, Rayne, Tibbs says.
Gotcha.
And we have no idea how close the Illusive Man is to finding our base. We have to move fast.
Right, so we better get this show on the road. She's going to hand Tibbs his gun.
Alright. Tibbs takes his gun.
And in the briefest contact with his skin, she's going to use her mind melding to instill a bunch of images in his head and
Okay.
basically tell him,
Mm-hmm.
don't worry.
Mm-hmm.
And then she's going to, whenever he takes the gun, in full view of the window,
Yes.
He's going to pull out her pistol while he has his hands full and say, "Goodbye, Tibbs," and we'll just shoot him in the chest.
You shoot him in the chest, and Tibbs will, react to it accordingly as you hit him in the chest, and you can see a red liquid oozing out from his chest as he collapses to the ground.
Is that all he does?
He collapses to the ground, and the Illusive Man, you can hear him still on. He's still breathing, like he's waiting to hear what happens next. And you wait for a moment. Tibbs doesn't get back up. What do you do?
Rayne is going to walk over and take his gun and then aim it at herself, like in the chest area, and say, "Goodbye, Tim."
And before you have a chance to, you say goodbye, Tim, and before you have a chance to use Tibbs' gun to fire at yourself through the chest, you hear a loud bang from behind you, and there's a sharp pain that that you can feel in your chest. And when you look down, you're confused because you haven't pulled the trigger yet, and you look down, you see and feel a warm liquid oozing through your chest. And then you feel a very weird draining sensation. You start to feel very weak, and you start to collapse. So you fall down to the ground. The room around you is starting to spin, and you're starting to feel very woozy. The images are getting really blurry. You look over to the doorway, and there's a figure that's standing at the doorway, and the figure has a gun outstretched towards you, and it looks like it's aimed towards your head. And whoever the figure is like shaking very, very uncontrollably, heavy breathing. And it's very hard for you to determine who this person is.
With the last amount of her strength, she's going to take off the earpiece and crush it.
You hear a voice say out, it sounds a male, saying, "She shouldn't have said anything to me. She shouldn't have effing said anything to me!
I'm guessing yes.
Why did she say that to me?" The voice says as he's still shaking, pointing his gun towards your head, Rayne.
Is she asking for Rayne to respond, or?
I don't know if you don't think he's necessarily talking to you directly. You think he's sort of talking to himself. Do you want to respond to him? You're at effectively at 0.5 hit points right now. You can't use any of your biotics. You're incapacitated. You're dying at this moment.
She'll basically kind of let out a choking little laugh and say, "I know I haven't always made up the right decisions up till now. Whether I was right or whether I was wrong may not even matter in the first place. However, running up against my sins like this, all of the choices I've made up to this point, today being able to die for someone is something I'm glad for."
Shut up, shut up, shut up, he says as he's pointing his gun towards you. You finally are able to get coherent enough to know who is talking to you. And as your vision starts to get clear, you see it's Tadashi.
Oh, so
You were asking if Cerberus had spies. It would have to be someone that they put their trust in, because your life depends on a physician or a doctor.
Would be a physician or a doctor.
Well, you do know that Tibbs does have a main doctor. Most likely not, because again, she's Solarian, not a human. And I'm fighting for what is right, for what I believe is right. I just want everything to be the way it should. You and I, of course, don't always agree on it. I have my own share of mistakes, and I have my own share of demons in my closets as well. Tadashi's holding it, tears streaming down his eyes, and he says, "Why did she have to talk to me? I was all set to see this through. God, ugh." I'm scared. I am. I'm very scared of what's about to happen. There are a lot of choices that we're making, and I'm very afraid of the consequences of some of the choices. There's no way of knowing for sure whether or not what we're doing is the right course of action.
Sorry. I know now that you're not the same. It's unfair.
You have no need to apologize. I, of all people, know that I've had my faults. I've made my mistakes as well. If it helps you to be upset or angry at me, I actually encourage you to do so. Honestly, if you were asked my opinion, I feel like the other me in green would probably be a much better brother for you. My sister, messing everything up. She's always messing everything up. We need you to finish this. I need you to finish this. After that, no more secrets. Come on, Rayne, he says. You couldn't have thought you may be the Illusive Man's second. But did you ever think about who was his first? He says. He wouldn't have made his second in command an Asari when he could have had a human. He's still shaking. I just have to pull this trigger and it'll be done. I just have to pull this trigger and everything will be fine. But he's having a hard time pulling the trigger, it looks like. Do you respond to him? I was hoping that you wouldn't be able to notice that your bullets got swapped. Poor Tibbs. It's okay. We were able to take out the leader of the resistance. It'll be okay. My parents will finally be avenged.
Well, out of character, would he have been able to do that? Because she put in the bullets herself.
Yep, but the bullets were already different by that point. He already changed the bullets when he went into your room and got your journal. This is part of his job. He's a spy.
Well, can I use a medal
Sure. What are you gonna use the medal for?
to restore my hit points? It's sort of like
yeah.
a second wind.
I'll let you use your medal to restore your hit points so you can at least like get up and maybe talk. Your biotics is gonna be very painful if you try to use any of your biotics. Any strain will make you lose more hit points. So just don't push yourself too much. You can probably try to talk him down. That might be your best bet until the rest of your crew members show up, if they are going to show up. Tadashi is still pointing his gun at you, and he's still shaking. His eyes are red.
So this was the plan all along, huh?
He says, all I needed to do was to wait for you to get all the pieces. That's all we needed you to do. That's all I needed you to do. Isn't that what I told you back at your hideout? And I was all set to see this through, but I had to come in and get these thoughts into my head about family and betrayal. The Illusive Man knows. I've been telling him everything. He's known the location of the Resistance ever since we came here to the Yellow Galaxy the first time. I've already told him. He's just been biding his time until I gave him the signal telling him that all of the pieces will secure. And I was going to tell him. Before I came here. But I had to come in and get into my head. So the only way that I can mentally get through this and finally tell him all about your plan is if I shoot you. I just have to shoot you, he says.
So why haven't you?
He's hesitating. I don't. Because, he says, because I'm weak. That's why. Because I'm weak. But that's okay. I have to do the right thing. I have to do what is right. What I think is right. It is at this point, Quinn, that you will probably hear shouting down the hallway.
I have an initiative of 23.
Are you going to inform Salo and Faith because they're nearby?
It sounds like there's not really that much time in this equation. So Quinn is Renting?
Okay. In that case, Salo and Faith roll a perception. So, Faith, you will hear the commotion coming from between. It sounds like Tadashi's upset about something, and you you hear something's not right. Salo is right next to you. It's whether or not. So you can decide if you want to investigate and bring Salo with you.
I think we should go see what's going on.
Is there something happening?
I hear some sort of commotion going on. I think Tadashi sounds upset. You don't think anything's gone wrong with the plan, do you?
I don't know, but we should check it out.
Yeah,
Well,
let's go.
While they are all talking, Quinn is running full speed.
Before Quinn gets there, Rayne's not expecting to get out of this alive because she didn't tell anybody. So she's gonna go, do you want to know what's so special about my family?
He says, "No, I don't. That'll just makes this harder," he says.
Her eyes start to go white. We never give in, and she will use sort of like her song of death as a scream of pain and anger, and she'll try to basically crush his brain.
Wow.
Dang.
Okay, dang.
She's angry.
Dang.
Meanwhile,
betrayal.
tears are streaming down her face.
I know. You told me yesterday. Spells that you were going out with a bang, and I was like, yep, going out with a bang.
Yeah.
So.
And I'm pretty sure the window will shatter from this.
Roll a biotics roll.
No
Just a
boy.
pure biotics.
Yeah, pure biotics. I want to see what you get.
20.
20. Okay. All right. So
Pissed.
Quinn will be able to witness this. He'll get there in time to witness this.
If
You
she's
basically-
he just sees a biotic flurry and Tadashi, who he has no reason to think is bad in any sort of way. He might be trying to save Tadashi. If there's any time for him to react, it's what he's going to
Probably
try.
not. This is probably happening as soon as you reach the door.
I know. I'm just saying. I'm just filling in the situation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'll tell you what you end up seeing when you see it.
Okay.
So you hear this banshee-like scream, I guess. Banshee-like scream, and then the sound of bone breaking almost, into somebody's skull, down into somebody's skull, and you see Tadashi getting thrown back off of his feet. A gun that he had in his hand falls. When it hits the ground, it fires and hits the ceiling, hits a hole through the ceiling. You get there in time, Quinn, to see this happening. Rayne falls. She'll probably be unconscious because that probably took up all the rest of her energy.
Yep.
She falls. Rayne has a hole in her chest, and there's also several bullet wounds on Tibbs. Tibbs is on the floor too. His eyes are wide open, and his chest is full of bullet holes.
I will roll. Should I even bother rolling an investigate? It's an investigate.
Yeah, go ahead and roll investigate.
It's 25.
Okay. Based on what you've been through your investigation, you can deduce that technically Rayne's gun fired first before anything happened, and then Tadashi's gun fired next. And while you're doing this investigating, that's when Faith and Salo reach you, and you guys see this bloodbath. Tadashi is down. It looks like part of his head has been dented. It's been crushed and dented. And Tibbs is on the floor bleeding. You have no idea if he's still alive.
If I could use my investigation to determine if anybody is alive in the room, then start trying to figure out what happened.
For that, you'll need a medicine to determine if
The
anyone's
doctor
alive.
should be coming after hearing the gunshots.
Yeah, I'm
She was
sure
told.
she is. Yes, I'm sure she'll be running over.
Sallow just runs and kneels down next to Rayne and starts scanning.
Salo, Rayne is unconscious, but she's in critical condition. If she doesn't get medical attention soon, she's going to be dead.
Before Salo can get there, he's going. If to get a little RP in here.
Okay.
Before you get there, he's gonna say, "Get away from her. Stay back." Sword is drawn, by the way.
Okay.
We have to see if she's all right.
She might be a murderer. She might be a murderer. She might be crazy. She might be indoctrinated. I don't know. All I know that her well-being is secondary to the situation.
I trust her.
Hang
This is
on.
important.
Can't Faith use her own mind meld to check Rayne had seen with this whole thing?
Yes, although it helps if she's conscious.
Well, no,
Could-
she just needs to be willing. You can do it to someone who's unconscious, because that's what she
That's
did
true.
to Emmaus.
That is true. You can. I think
Okay,
you can.
what do I roll for this?
Just a biotics. Just roll.
You
Just
just
roll a
do it.
biotics. Yeah, just roll a biotics so I know how vivid of a picture you see.
17.
17. Okay. Faith, does Quinn allow you? Quinn, do you allow Faith to mind meld with her to find out what happened?
Sure, but Rayne's gonna have a sword pointed to the back of her head.
Faith, you quickly go over to Rayne, and the entire scene that I just painted gets shown towards you.
Can I
the
also
entire
add
scene.
some stuff?
Okay.
Like just a few moments before, whenever she was walking, she would be repeating in her head, "This has to work, this has to work." And whenever she does the mind melding with the doctor, you'll see pictures of what she believed to be fake bullets, like bullets filled with blood.
Right.
And
Right.
then there's also bullets filled with purple blood that was in Tibbs's gun, meant for her. They were,
Right.
and in her head, she was playing out how it was supposed to go, with them shooting each other and falling, and only being fake dead. And the doctor was meant to come up and pronounce them as dead.
Right.
Okay. Faith will see all this and look at everybody and tell them Tadashi was a spy. He replaced the fake bullets. We've got to get these to the doctors, quick.
We need to get Tadashi to the medical room as well.
And have him restrained, because he's a spy for the Illusive Man. He
Faith.
knows about everything.
Faith.
According to Rayne's point of view, I guess.
Faith.
What?
Would you mind meld with Tadashi?
Thumbs up from the DM.
She'll look at Tadashi for a moment before nodding. Yeah, we need to get all the info we need.
Do it now.
Quinn is calling for medical attention for everybody.
Roll for biotics, please.
Okay.
5d6 again.
Again.
17 again.
Okay.
Phew, no critical fail. Thank
This
goodness.
is what you find out in Tadashi's surface memories. So Tadashi's parents were not killed by Cerberus. Tadashi's parents were killed by the FOTG. Tadashi's parents were scientists. They were working at a Cerberus facility. They were not fighters, they were not soldiers, they were just scientists. The FODG came in to basically demolish the Cerberus facility, and Tadashi's parents were caught into it.
So they weren't supposed to die.
Tadashi's parents weren't supposed to die. They were killed by the FOTG. Tadashi's family has been loyal to the Illusive Man for quite some time. However, Tadashi was specifically picked to become a spy for the Illusive Man, working under the guise as a decorated doctor within the Alliance. He was asked by the Illusive Man to accompany you on this trip just so he could keep tabs on things and tabs on Rayne. And there is a chip in his brain that has been embedded into his brain that allows him to communicate with the Illusive Man even when you guys are in different galaxies. Out of character, this is very similar to the chip that was embedded into Liam Nathaniel Musey's head. Tadashi also is indebted to Cerberus because of the death of his sister here in the Yellow Galaxy. Cerberus promised Tadashi that if he completes this mission, that they would be able to bring back his sister Aya, the yellow Aya.
Through official intelligence?
Not through official intelligence.
Lazarus Project.
Probably Lazarus Project.
Oh.
Lazarus Project. Tadashi has been playing everyone here the entire time, and he was out of character. This whole thing would have been played out completely differently. I was going in planning on Tadashi to be completely stoic, not emotion at all, not second guessing anything, but even with no chance of being redeemed. However, Malik decided that Aya just had to talk to Tadashi in the last session and was talking to him. And if you guys go back to that scene, if for those of you who are watching, if you go back to that scene, watch that scene again carefully between Aya and Tadashi, because the things that Aya is saying to him and the way that Tadashi is responding back to him, if you watch that scene again, knowing what he was about to do, what he was thinking about doing, oh, it's painful. It's so painful. Knowing that. So just a little bit of a tidbit information there. So since Malik decided to do that, it completely changed this. I was originally going to have Tadashi report back to the Illusive Man immediately after your meeting and tell the Illusive Man about what the plan is, what they're going to attack, all of that stuff. But because Aya got to Tadashi first, he started second guessing himself. So he could not bring himself to report back to the Illusive Man right away, which means because of what Malik did, he bought you guys an advantage.
I mean, the Illusive Man doesn't know about all this yet.
Yeah, so the Illusive Man doesn't know about any of this yet because of the one choice that Aya decided to make. So Malik, good on you, because that was critical.
Agreed.
Critical. And then out of character too, when I was role playing with Sisepia, because we had a separate role playing with Sisepia the next day. Somebody had asked me during that role playing, I think it was Dylan, or I don't remember who it was, asked me, how are you feeling about the finale? And I was like, I don't know. Alpha Squad's finale. I was planning on doing something, but now it's gonna be painful. It's gonna be so painful, but I have to do it because it was what I was gonna do anyway. But because of the actions of what one character did, it just twists the knife even more. So I was like, So I was saying I'm not looking forward to Alpha Squad's finale because that's just going to be a really painful scene.
Did you expect me to crush his brain, is my question.
I wasn't sure if you were going to crush his brain or if you felt like he could be talked out of this because he could have been talked out of this. I gave him he started feeling really guilty.
To save him so hard. I was trying to make Quinn fast enough to save him, but no, spells have to be a badass.
Well, the thing is Rayne put a lot of trust in him, and it was taken away yet again. So she was not going to leave that without trying to put him down.
Tadashi was doing a lot of snooping around.
Yeah, I get it. He's a bad guy, but I like my heroes clean cut boring Boy Scouts.
Well, Rayne was never going to trust him again, and she figured she was going to die anyway. She's going to take him with her.
Tadashi did some snooping around, particularly when he was looking for Rayne's journal, and that was when he started coming up with a plan to do a little switcheroo, because he started putting two and two together. So.
Anyway, Faith will finish the mind meld on Tadashi, and she'll look at them. We have to get these guys to the med bay now. I will explain everything on the way.
Did you learn what you needed to learn?
Yes. Tadashi was the Illusive Man's first in command. He said it's all up. But he hasn't been able to send the Illusive Man what we've been planning yet because.
Yada yada yada. Pick somebody up and start running.
Sallow will take out his gun and shoot Tadashi in the head like 4 times.
Quinn will help.
Wow.
Okay, you didn't have to do that.
Wait, Quinn. Well, I'll let Quinn do something before you fire the first shot. So, Quinn, if you want to try to do something before he fires the first shot, you're welcome to.
Ninja. Auto. Smack. Hack. Smack. Pistol. Okay. If I get high enough roll, I appeal for cutting's pistol in half. Wait, is this the collider pistol?
Probably. He only has one gun.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's got your mod on it.
Okay, never mind. We are going from ninjado to melee.
Okay. If you want, we can determine who acts first with an initiative roll. We can do initiative roll to see who acts first. Does that sound fair?
Yes.
Okay. At minimum, he can get one shot in if Salo goes first. So roll your initiative roll. Whoever rolls higher of the two initiative rolls, do it on roll 20, please.
Shit, where?
Whoever gets higher in the initiative roll gets to act first.
Come on, 3 ones. Nope.
Nope.
Dang.
28.
Okay, so you get to act first.
He's going to disarm stuff. Although
You can't. He has the justified.
Yeah, I do have the justified. It's attached to me.
He can't be
Well,
disarmed.
Or at least
You
push
can
it
at
out of the
least-
way.
You can at least push it out of the way.
Yeah.
well, then you're getting locked into a Kimura, my friend.
Can I dodge? I have dodge.
So that is brawling.
What is Faith doing, by the way, while this is going on?
This
She
is happening in a
is-
blink of an eye, so she is acting bewildered.
That's my dodge.
Yeah, I am bewildered.
16.
Yeah.
That's the 40, so.
All right. Well, he'll be able to dodge out of the way, but I wouldn't say that you'll be able to fire a shot at that point. At least not one that you can aim properly.
We
So
can
you
still
probably
get
wouldn't.
information out of him, Salo. I can still do the mind meld until he dies.
Let me make this clear. Nobody is dying today.
If
Okay,
he
then we
wakes
can
up,
interrogate
he
him
will
later, but
immediately
we need to get
report
these
to
guys
the
to the
Illusive
med bay.
Man.
Then we'll take the chip out of his brain.
Yeah, we could take it out when we get to the med
No,
bay.
wait,
Now
no,
let's get
no.
these guys out of
That's out
here
of
and so go
character.
over and get Tibbs up.
Gwen does not know about the chip,
Right.
so if he does, we'll beat him unconscious. But I can promise you this, Solo. I do not tolerate killers. And I don't care if I have to beat you to the Baptist chamber. You're gonna be as innocent as a newborn.
Okay, guys, enough of that. We need to get these guys out of here, and she'll help get Tibbs up. We guys been able to get.
Quinn is going to scoop up Tadashi, and he's going to start running. He's running away from Solo.
By this point, the doctor has arrived, and she says, "Goodness, we need to
First,
get
we need
these."
we need to get these guys hooked up to some. You guys need to get these wounds treated, and then get a chip out of Tadashi's head. That's how he
A
can. That's how he's
chip?
able to contact with the Illusive Man when we go through galaxies.
He has a
Dr.
chip in his
Sohan.
brain.
That's how he's able to communicate when we go through different galaxies.
Wait, he can make a reliable communicator, and I can't. Then
Cerberus
questions
did.
for another time. Question for another time.
Currently 3 people bleeding out, and someone hemorrhaging to death.
Sohan will usher everybody over into the med bay. Faith, you realize though that the Illusive Man knows where the base is, and he's known this whole time. So just keep
Guys,
that in mind.
we need to let the rest of the resistance know. The Illusive Man has known where this base is the whole time.
What?
High alert.
I'm sorry, what?
The Illusive Man knows where this base is. He's known about it the whole time.
You believe he's waiting for Tadashi to give the signal.
He doesn't
That
know.
he's
He
ready.
hasn't acted on it yet because Tadashi hasn't given him the signal because, well, Rayne crushed his skull.
Can I shoot him in the face now?
You can shoot
No.
him in the arm if you want, but right now, not right now. Not right now. You need to work on keeping Rayne and Tibbs at least alive.
I got an idea. I have an idea.
What is it?
Can you mind meld with him?
I already did. I just did that. Yes.
Yeah, but we're gonna try something else.
Well, what do you want me to do?
I want you to try to use his
Yes.
Use the
To send-
communication
To send a message to the Illusive
I
Man.
want you to try to send a message using his brain through the communicator to the Illusive Man saying, Rayne Tadashi dead. Resistance is fooled. They're going to attack. What's a bay?
I have an idea for you.
You are unconscious. You don't get one.
Yeah, but I'm telling you that it might be something Quinn thinks of, that now that they're so confused and gunshots are going around, they're mutinizing with each other and they're shooting each other and killing each other.
Okay, that works. I could try, but I don't know if I'd never done anything like that before. But I could try.
No. If he believes that we're disorganized right now, they might try to attack. I'm thinking that trying to convince him to set up a trap. Tadashi is sending the resistance fighters to
a certain place and make it take him out.
The bomb is. Get him to go where the bomb is.
Tadashi doesn't know about the bomb, actually.
Oh, good. That's one thing he doesn't know.
But Faith does, yeah. Tadashi. That doesn't mean that Tadashi can't report about the bomb or report about where to go. So.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I'm trying to do. But since I missed a piece, I don't know what the strategy is, what the attack plan is.
We're going to go take out the indoctrination satellites. We were going to, anyway.
Where?
The Crucible was going to be used as a bomb to take out Harbinger.
Okay, then the Resistance are going to try to go to Earth to get the Alliance on their side. Everyone's going to go there. They're going to try to take over the planet. Tell them we're attacking Earth. Tell Cerberus. Try to get in the brain. Tell them that Rayne, Tadashi are dead, and he has convinced the Resistance to attack Earth or occupy
Does it mean Rayne and
Earth.
Tibbs are dead?
Rayne and Tibbs are dead.
Not Rayne and Tadashi. Tadashi, I wouldn't be doing that.
Hey, Illusive Man, I'm
There's
dead.
blood everywhere. I am confused right now. Sorry for being in shock.
It's okay. I guess I could try. Well, there goes something I don't think is even possible.
Use a medal. Use a paragon point. Use everything you have.
All of the points.
Okay, how do I use a medal or whatever?
You preemptively use it. That adds 15. Paragon
Okay, so I add 15 to this?
point or renegade takes away the critical fails.
Okay.
And adds +3 if you're using it to boost a roll.
+3 to what?
It'll boost a roll by 3 if you.
A paragon point will?
Yes.
Okay, I think I'm just gonna use a medal. And if I get a critical fail, I use a paragon point.
That sounds like a good idea. Go ahead, use your medal.
Oh.
Wow, crit success! Roll again.
Oh my god, okay.
And 30 is higher than the heroic score.
Faith.
34.
You.
Oh. Is that a critical fail?
No.
No.
It's just a
No,
bonus.
no. Just a bonus.
Okay.
So, Faith, I'm assuming both. I guess I'm assuming that Tadashi and Tibbs and Rayne seem to be in more critical condition as far as Dr. Sohan can tell. And so she's focusing more on them while you are going over to Tadashi and trying to use his brain to activate
the chip.
The chip. Now, it'd be really difficult for you to do that, but because you rolled so high, I'm going to let you activate the chip. And Faith, from the other end, you can hear internally in your head the voice of the Illusive Man. And the Illusive Man says, Tadashi, I've been anxious to hear from you. Have you been able to make the switch that you were talking to me about?
Yes, it went perfectly. Rayne and Tibbs are dead, and the Resistance is planning on going after Earth to get the Alliance on their side.
Perfect.
As a trap.
He says, I'm sorry that you had to shoot Rayne. I know how much you were starting to get really attached to her. But I hope you understand that this whole thing is bigger than even you and her.
Yes, I know. It was hard, but I had to do it.
The Illusive Man continues. Were you able to sit in on the meeting you were talking to me about Do we know about the Resistance's plans? My forces are ready to attack their base at your signal.
Out of character, what was that plan that we were planning on having them do?
Okay. You are. Quinn
I
said
told them they're going out to Earth, but what else do I have to tell him?
you're to tell them that no, they are organized. They're on high alert. We would lose many men, but I have convinced them this is now their last option. I've convinced them that they have to go to Earth. They have to get people behind them. They are all going to Earth. All their forces.
Okay.
It'd be best to wait for them to go. When they get there, spring the trap, then move into the base and clean up what little remnants they have guarding it.
They're really disorganized at this point because of the 2 deaths, but I've convinced them that they need to go to Earth. They're all going there to get the Alliance's help, so you can spring the trap on them there, get rid of them, and come back here and clean out the base.
Excellent work, Tadashi. I have to say, I'm impressed. I know that this has been very hard on you, but I assure you, when all of this is good and done, you shall be rewarded considerably, and you will hopefully be reunited to your family. My word is as good as my word is good on that, I assure you.
And I'll be happy when this is all over then.
And he says, very well. Then in that case, is it a good time for us to attack the base?
No, wait till they head to Earth. Then you can spring the trap on them, take care of all the resistance right then and there in one fell swoop, and then you can come to the base and clean up anything that's here.
Osama.
If that's what you think is best, just make sure that you are not there at the base when we start the attack. We wouldn't want you getting hit by any of the crossfire.
I'll make sure I'm out of here then.
Excellent. Tadashi, as soon as you can, I want you to report back to my office. We need to make sure that we prepare the machine for Shepard. And he will send you the access code. He will send you the access code. Good job, Alpha Squad. Good job.
Dang, I thought that might have been I thought that was how the Illusive Man was controlling the Reapers.
Faith, do you have anything else you want to say to the Illusive Man? I didn't know if there was anything else you wanted to. You've got him. You feel like you've got the Illusive Man right where you want him. So
Everything's going as planned, sir. Everything will be done soon.
perfect, Tadashi.
Okay,
Let me know
now
if there's anything else.
sedatives. Let's just get me that gallon right there.
Very well, Tadashi. I am anxious to see you back here back in my office. And as a bonus, I will add a few extra bonus credits into your coffers. Not that that's gonna get to Faith, but
Wow,
Well,
thank
she's
you,
mind
sir.
melding with him. She knows his access code.
that's true. Take all his funds. Okay.
And order the Illusive Man like 3,000 pizzas. Dressed to like IP freely.
And I guess the connection ends.
Yeah.
Jess,
Okay.
bravo!
Okay, people get out of the connection. It's like, guys, I just found out how he's controlling the Reapers. It involves some kind of machine and Shepard. He just gave me the access codes for it.
Well, Rayne would have told you that the main squad and Bravo squads
Yeah.
are planning to go free Shepard and take out the Illusive
Yes,
Man.
they are.
Well,
He
we
just-
didn't know that, so.
Well,
Yeah,
we'll have
but-
a much easier job of it now.
Yeah, she would have told you. She out of character. Rayne would have told you.
Okay.
You know that Shepard they're using Shepard to control the Reapers because
I
Shepard is
figured that.
controlling the Reapers, but the Illusive Man is controlling Shepard. So it's the puppet. It's
Proxy.
The Puppet Master thing.
a proxy, their own proxy. So they were basically trying to fight their way over to the place where Shepard is being kept, but now you have the access codes. So that will make it considerably easier for them. Considerably easier for them.
Salo, I need you to
I'll-
send the access codes to Elias' team.
Will do.
They're gonna need them.
Well, just offhandedly, Quinn is telling Docs, we need enough sedate him till 3004. He's not to wake up. I want him sedated for a while, and when Jessica says, Salo, give Elias the access codes, Quinn will chime in. Jessica, you debriefed us on the conversation you had, right?
Yeah.
Well, Quinn will tell Salo, pass everything along. The
They're
Illusive
gonna
Man.
need it.
Yeah.
Tell them that the Illusive Man has pegged the yellow resistance base, and
Yep,
more
yep.
importantly, that that a bulk of the Cerberus forces are heading to Earth. Nice and out of the way.
Out of character, in the last session, I told Bravo and Main Squad that the actions that Alpha Squad makes in their finale is going to determine how easily their finale is going to go. So you guys are definitely are doing things very well. And I have to say, Jess, like Faith, talking to the Illusive Man himself, bravo! That is like
5
epic.
Paragon points.
Epic. I have to give Faith a Paragon point for that, because that is amazing. I'm also going to give Quinn a Paragon point for trying to stop Salo from shooting at Tadashi, and I'm also going to give Salo a Renegade point for wanting to shoot at Tadashi.
Heck, I'd say that Faith deserves a Renegade point for what she did to Timaeus back there.
Yes. I will give her a Renegade point for that as well.
Yeah, Faith is taking charge. Her military background is kicking in at this point since Rayne's out of commission.
Right. Thanks to Faith, the people at the base have more time before the Illusive Man attacks the base, which means that Dr. Sohan is able to revive Rayne. Rayne, you will come back consciousness. You still feel a sharp pain in your chest, but Dr. Sohan will think that, well, she will insist that you need a day at least to rest. But
Can I just give something? Can I have Rayne put in restraints and biotic restraints as well? And the doctor's explanation? Well, we needed to make sure you don't kill anybody. So you're going to stay here and rest.
Would Salo or Faith allow Quinn to do that?
yeah, would they allow her to do that?
No.
To do that?
Salo would be adamantly against it.
Rayne's
come on.
not the enemy here.
I'm not saying we change. I'm not saying anything about imprisoning her. I'm just making certain that she doesn't kill anybody.
Rayne, you come to and you're in the hospital wing. You're in bed. You feel very weak still, but Salo and Quinn and Faith are probably there when you wake up.
She will open her eyes and be like, I survived that. That's great.
Bullshit is what it is.
She kind of laughs a little bit. I should have known.
Well, we've already cleaned up that mess anyway.
Liam warned me I should have known.
So this is why you tell people about your plans.
So that way we know when things possibly go wrong and we can help fix it, like we just did.
And I might not try to cut your head off.
Salo will ask the doctors while they're trying to fix Tadashi if they can get at that chip while they're putting his skull back together.
First, she's going to ask, what about Tibbs?
The doctor looks down and she says, there was nothing we could do. He lost too much blood.
She'll close her eyes and take a deep breath.
I'm sorry.
wasn't supposed to go down that way. Just like Darren.
There's talk about who is going to be taking over in Tibbs's place. We're still working on that.
We can't deliberate on it for too long.
Anyway, Faith will tell Rayne there's a little good news anyway. We bought some time for the Resistance.
Not long if the Illusive Man keeps up this track record. She's gonna try and sit up.
Oh, you don't know the half of it, Missy. You should have seen what I just did with that dang chip.
Oh, he has a chip too. Great. My
I
family's
used that
probably
chip
dead.
to mess with the Illusive Man. I sent
I will point
a
out this
good
one
chunk of
point.
Cerberus to Earth, making them think we were heading there.
Faith, do you think you could do me a favor while you're over there with him?
What?
Check and see if the Illusive Man has gone after my family yet.
Sure, I could check.
I would advise against it. We don't want to push. We don't want to push our luck with the
Quinn,
Illusive Man.
if you want me with you, I need a reason to keep going. Other than I'm taking out as many Cerberus bastards with me. Give me that at least.
I
I
would.
think I'm going to use a
I would
Paragon
prefer you
point for
to be
this.
stuck in this bed till the rest of this fight's over.
Okay, I'm using a Paragon point for this.
Good idea. Roll your
22.
biotics roll.
And I just did. It was a
22.
22.
Nice. So you're gonna make contact with the Elusive Man again?
Well, no, she was just asking if she could search Tadashi's memories to see if Tadashi reported in about Rayne's betrayal and and if action's already been made against her family.
See, the problem is that isn't from recent memory, and while a 22 is really good, it's not recent enough for you to be able to pick those memories from him, especially since part of his brain has been damaged. In fact, right now, Tadashi's condition, he's in critical condition. He's in a coma. There's no guarantee.
He'll
The
ever
doctors
wake
are not.
up or
Yeah,
be-
the doctors aren't expecting him to break up. He took way too much damage to the brain.
Faith will look at Rayne. I'm sorry, I couldn't find any information on that. There isn't any recent memory on that.
His
And
brain's
his
too
brain is
damaged.
damaged from that crush you did on him.
Fine. Salo, help me up. I need to get something. I need to go somewhere.
Dr. Sohan will say, "You really should rest, dear."
While the rest of the world burns around me, I don't think so. As long as I'm breathing, I'm moving.
She's
Well,
going to try to
then
protest.
let me put it to you
but-
like this. When we gave that fake report to Tadashi, to the Illusive Man, we told him you were dead.
Yeah.
So,
If
you're
he sees
alive,
you, then he knows that something. He's gonna know. If anybody in this force to see you, they're gonna know something's up.
and since he knows where this base is, there's almost a 112% chance he has people watching it.
Yeah.
Fine.
So unless you want to completely disguise yourself or dye your skin blue or something to disguise yourself, that's not gonna happen. You're not.
Out
You're
of
not leaving.
character, where's Rayne's stuff? Where's her bag?
I mean,
Like, would
it
they
can
have
be-
brought it with them?
I mean, there might be a locker next to you that has your stuff in it. I would say there's a locker next to you or something.
Okay. Well, then it's like, all right, fine. Salo, give me my stuff, and at least can I go to the bathroom?
We'll consider it in committee for a while. What do you guys think? Should we let her go to the bathroom?
As long as there's no window she can get through.
You probably out of character. You probably have a catheter, but
Oh, cool.
Because
you probably do. But
How about you let Sohan go in there with you, just to make sure? Because I'd rather she go in there with you than Quinn or Salo.
I just need my stuff. I can hobble to the bathroom on my own.
committee, our response.
If you really want to change, then at least let us stay by the door, just to make
Good
sure.
lord, Good lord, I was joking. Faith, come on, have a sense of humor. You can go.
I shot my best friend. She will just yell as loud as she can at the moment. Don't give me that crap.
Sella will set Rayne's stuff on her lap and put his hand on her back and say, "Let me know if there's anything else we can do for you."
With that, she will take her stuff and hobble to the bathroom.
Okay.
And in the bathroom, she will open up her stuff and take out the raw lyrium and the lyrium potion. It's like, if there's one thing that's gonna get me better in a quickie, I don't see why magic wouldn't do it. And she will chug the lyrium potion and use mind melding on the raw lyrium.
Mind melding on the raw lyrium.
If it's like minorly biological, she's gonna try it.
Yeah, you can definitely drink the lyrium potion.
I'm not sure what it's gonna do.
Because it's not a healing potion. It's not gonna help you heal.
She's hoping for a power spike or something.
I'm sure you'll get a power spike, but it's not gonna heal your wounds any faster. Well, you can use the abilities to try to use our biotics on the lyrium, and you can sense some sentience in it, but beyond that, there isn't anything useful you can get out of using your biotics on the lyrium.
Well, after she drinks that, she's gonna hobble back out of the bathroom. It's like, well, that was one try. How about a second? And she'll put her hand out to, like, Tibbs, and she will try to, like, absorb the life force of his body with Reeve.
Absorb the life force out of his body with
like
Reeve?
to like knit herself back together if she can.
Okay.
I don't know how well that works since he's dead.
Incredible roll.
Well, Reeve, I mean, she could do it on the living Tadashi if you want.
She will. Okay, so she will drain the life force out of her best friend. Okay.
Sort of a.
That's fine.
As a last gesture for her best friend to help her, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay. No, that's fine. So just one thing. So with the lyrium potion that you took, for the next hour, I will say that your biotics increases by another d6.
Okay.
Okay, for the next hour. I think that's what the lyrium potion will do. It was a small lyrium potion, so it's not any more potent than that. And with that, you will be able to take the rest of Tibbs's life force to heal up your wounds so you can at least function relatively normally. I wouldn't exert yourself a lot, but you can walk and cast biotics normally.